You got two choices.
I'm not interfering.
On the sidewalk, because this is part of a crime scene.
Don't touch me. Look at this.
It's part of the crime scene.
What's your name?
Skinner. Okay?
Skinner.
I'm asking you to get to the sidewalk.
I'm not battling you at all.
I'm not saying you are, but I don't have to take my hand out of my pocket.
Listen to what I'm saying. What part of what he said was unlawful?
There is no law that says I can't have my hand.
Yeah. Okay, stay hands pull up. I'm in the line. What you talking about, lady? Why you can't block the highway?
He's saying he's here for a public request, so we're telling you. I don't understand.
Yeah, don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me.
Imagine this. A man with a camera walks up to a cop car in a public parking lot, says nothing illegal, breaks no laws, yet within seconds, a gun is drawn. What follows is a showdown between ego and rights, where knowledge of the Constitution becomes the only shield against unchecked power. This isn't just about filming. It's about fighting intimidation, one frame at a time.
Out of my pocket. I didn't break no law. Car number 2036, sitting in the parking lot, not even parked in the proper parking spot, wasting tax dollars money.
Hey, bud, take your hand out the pocket.
I don't have to do nothing you tell me.
No, you do.
No, I don't. Is that a lawful order?
Show me out with a 1080.
Is it a lawful order?
Yes, it's a lawful order.
For what? Officer safety?
I'm telling you right now, take your hand out
Oh,
the
he's
pocket.
got a gun drawn.
Sir, take
He's
your
got
hand
his
out the
gun
pocket.
drawn
Take
for
your hand out
a
the
man
pocket.
with a camera coming up to a cop car
Take your hand out
that's
the
sitting in a
pocket.
parking lot. This is considered police brutality because he just drawed. I'll put it right back. I got my keys and lighter in there.
Right.
Nothing else. I don't have. That's no. You just drew a weapon on a private citizen doing a.
Listen to me.
Huh?
Okay, stop talking at me.
I don't have to stop talking.
Yes, you do.
Goodbye.
Okay, have a nice day.
You too. What's your name and badge number?
My name's Owens.
Owens? All right.
You might not want to walk up to me with your hands in your pocket.
I can walk up to a police officer with my hands in my pocket. That's not unlawful.
Go try and get your little lawsuit and get on my face.
What?
Go on. Go try and get your lawsuit and get on my face. Go.
I got a lawsuit, bud. You just drew a weapon on me for no reason. This is definitely going to your supervisor. Officer Owens just drew his weapon on me.
Detained.
Huh?
Right now you're being detained.
For what? For what?
I'm 2-4. I got one detained.
For what? What are you detaining me
I'm frisking you because I'm fearing for my safety.
You're just going. You're going into my pocket. Yeah. This man just unlawfully detained me for no reason. He grabbed me.
Anything else?
Huh?
Can I help you with anything else?
Yeah, I was going to ask you a question while you were sitting in the parking lot.
Walking up trying to pick a fight with law enforcement. That's all.
Oh,
you got one.
Here.
You got one.
I'm walking up trying to pick a fight with law enforcement.
What else do you
Goodbye. If I'm not detained, you don't have nothing else to say to me, I'm leaving. Cop going to get fucking lawsuit now. Get my tags. It ain't gonna do you no good. Deputy Owens.
If you got nothing else, you need to move on. We got a ordering ordinance.
You don't know what I'm doing here, so you don't have no right to tell me anything. I'm waiting for somebody. You can't tell me to move on. How are you going to trespass me without there being permission? No, I'm not. I'm waiting for somebody to get off work at Walmart.
You're sitting over here trying to pick fights.
Oh, you don't know what I'm here for. I've been here waiting for my sister-in-law to get off work, so.
My car with your freaking hands in your pocket.
I can come up to a cop car with my hands in my pocket. That's not unlawful, asshole. Idiot.
No, that is unlawful.
No, it is not.
Order from a police officer to get. And what'd you do?
That's not a lawful order. Not a lawful order. I wasn't detained.
Right. I'm freaking hard with this.
You're the one that's not listening. Unless I'm violating the law, you have no authority over me.
You're not, first of all, you're freaking loitering.
It is not loitering. I have a purpose now. I'm videotaping you.
All right, cool. Well, your purpose is about to go to jail.
Yeah, well, right. Uh-huh. Supervisor.
You're detained.
Supervisor.
Oh, he's on the way, bro. And guess what? You're going to jail after.
Right. For what?
You got your fight.
For what?
You want a big fight? Right now, you're.
For what? I came up to record a police officer, which is my constitutional right to do.
Yep. And what else you do? You walked up with your hands in the
That is not illegal.
Now, what'd you do?
That is not illegal. You jumped out on me.
You didn't listen to a lawful order from a police officer. What'd you do?
That's not a lawful order.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. No, it is not. It is not a lawful order. What law am I violating by having my hand in my pocket? What law is that? What law is that?
So what's going on, Matt? I'm just now pulling up. I have no idea what's going on.
I just got out to go and see what card number it was. I'm a First Amendment auditor, journalist. I go and film cops in the course of their duties. That's my right. He's been sitting here since I pulled up. And parked and not even parked correctly in the parking lot, right? So I went to get his car number and go around his car, get the plate number. He jumps out and is like, get your hand out of your pocket. I don't have to take my hand out of my pocket unless that's not a lawful order. There is no law against me walking around with my hand in my pocket.
I'm not battling you at all.
I'm not saying you are, but I don't have to take my hand out of my pocket.
Listen to what I'm saying, sir. What part of what he said was unlawful?
There is no law that says I can't have my hand in my pocket.
What part of what he said was unlawful?
Nothing.
Okay.
But there's no law that says I can't have my hand in my pocket. So it's an unlawful order.
Look. You keep saying the same thing over and over. Okay, look.
Well, I'm done talking.
What did he say? He gave you an order, correct?
No, he told me to get my hand out of my pocket. That's not a lawful order. There is no law that says I can't have my hand in my pocket, you idiot. No, it is not. You have to have a law to back it up, you idiot.
You might as well shut that car off because you can't go anywhere. You're detained. I'm telling you right now.
If you pull off right now, you will.
I want your supervisor.
He's on his way. But if you pull
He
off,
pulled a gun on me.
Yep, I did because you had your hand.
He pulled a gun on me for having my hand in the pocket. That is not a lawful order. That's illegal. That's police brutality. There is no reason for him to draw a weapon. He's got an unlawful.
You don't even know what you're talking about.
You got a taser. You could have pulled your taser instead of your gun, you idiot. He pulled his gun on me.
so for right now, for purposes of what's going on right now, you're just detained to our supervisor.
What crime am I breaking?
Right now, you're loitering.
No, I'm not. I told him I'm waiting for my sister-in-law to get off work from Walmart. That's not loitering. My sister-in-law works here, and I'm waiting for her to get off work. When I pulled up, he was sitting there and been sitting there since I pulled up here. Okay. I figured I'd get out that's what I do is film police.
Paycheck. That's what you got out looking for.
Oh, and you just gave it to me by pulling your gun on me, you idiot.
Yeah. Well, guess what? That's what happens when you don't listen.
I don't have to listen unless I break the law. No, I don't. Well, okay, what reasonable articulable suspicion did you have to pull your gun on me?
So,
Officer Owens, what reasonable articulable suspicion? What reasonable articulable suspicion am I being detained for right now?
well, for right now, he gave you a lawful order.
That's not a lawful order. He didn't have no reason to approach me. I can record. I've approached his car, filming. Filming. That's my right to do.
So you approached him.
Am I taking your camera
hold
away?
on.
No,
So for right now,
Mm-hmm.
you approached him, correct?
I approached the car to get to film the car.
In the car, correct?
That doesn't matter if I approach the car.
That's not the fact you approached him. You're saying he's approached you. Okay. So you approached his car because you wanted to get his car number. correct?
Information.
Okay. And fair enough, right? But if he says, hey, get your hands out your pocket.
I don't have to comply because I don't. No, it is not. No, it is not.
That is unlawful.
No, I've already got this shown in court cases that you do not have the authority to tell me what to do unless I break the law.
All right.
So we're
nobody
just
gets
talking in
anything.
circles. I'm just let you sit here, man. We're
Yep.
talking in circles, and we're just going to continue talking circles because
Your supervisor, please.
Right, and I believe I'm right. We're going to continue to talk.
Supervisor.
He's coming.
All right.
Okay, I'm not omnipotent. I can't make him teleport.
Mm-hmm.
So, like we said, right now you're detained.
For what?
Right now,
Officer
ordering.
said-
I'm not loitering. I'm waiting for my sister to get off work.
I told you 16 times, get your hands out the car.
I don't have to get my hand out of my pocket. No, I do not.
Police officer.
So you're going to tell me I have to identify now, too?
Bro, I'm telling you right now,
Uh-huh.
you don't even know what you're talking about.
I do, too. I know the law.
Saw some stupid shit about sovereign citizen on
I'm not a sovereign citizen. You're the sovereign citizen. You're the one that thinks laws don't apply to you. My constitutional right gives me the right to come up. I know. I got one, too.
I'm not trying to hide.
You got out and pulled your gun on me because I wouldn't put my hand.
Walked up to my car.
I don't have to pull my hand out of my pocket.
You do.
No, I don't.
I'm telling you right now, you keep this going, you're going in handcuffs. Because I'm sick and tired of this. I don't know what you got in that freaking vehicle. It's clearly not in the right state of mind.
You better pull your dog off. Get your dog off.
There's another caller on. Okay.
Hmm?
I said the reason that he's taking a little bit. There's another call that they're on right now. That's what I was just on the radio about. Okay.
I don't see him doing anything.
Who?
The deputy.
What day?
Oh, you're talking about your supervisor.
He's on his way. That's what I'm saying. So, do you have any questions for me that I can answer at all?
Yeah, why did he draw his weapon on me?
I don't know. I wasn't here for that.
What's the law? What's the?
You said about 16 times, bro.
I don't have to get my hand out of my
You're
pocket.
not listening.
I don't have to listen to you unless I break the
You
law.
don't have to listen. Okay?
I don't.
You don't have to listen to a lawful order.
No, I don't. Yeah, it has to have a law backing it up to be a lawful order.
You're special.
Huh?
You're special.
There has to be a law backing it up to be a lawful order.
No, it does not, sir.
No, it does
and
not.
This isn't me trying to belittle you at all.
Really?
That is not at all.
Yeah, it
It
is.
is not.
Yeah, it is.
If you're sitting on the side of the road and I'm in fear for your safety because a car might come around the corner and hit you and say, "Hey, sir, you mind just moving along right here?"
Do I have to obey?
And you throw a mask.
Do I have to obey?
Beg what?
Do I have to obey you asking me to move along?
Yes.
No, I don't. If I'm on public property, you can't tell me to move along if I'm on public property. The loitering has to be remaining in one place without intent of something to do. If I have intent to be there or a reason to be there, I can be there as long as I want.
Hold on. Here, hear me out. So if you just approach me randomly, I've never even seen you in my life. You've been sitting here for a second, like you said you did, and you just come up to my car. I've been seeing you sit here for a while. What am I thinking that you're doing?
I don't care what you thinking.
You haven't gone in the store at all, right? You've been sitting here. You said you've been watching him, correct? Okay, so if that's true and you've been sitting here, you've been watching him, you have made no intent to go in that store. How is he supposed to telepathically read your mind to understand that you're sitting here waiting for your sister? So he comes up.
But he didn't even ask me what I was here for. He said that I was loitering before he even asked me if I had a purpose. And my purpose.
He came up. He got out. He said, "Hey, can you take your hands out your pocket for me?" Because
No, I don't have
all
to.
he knows is somebody approached him with their hands in his pocket. Sir,
With a camera in my hand. Am I going to walk up and pull a gun out and shoot somebody with a camera in my hand?
you're in your vehicle, and I don't know what's in your vehicle.
I don't
Your
care.
left hand and your right hand keep disappearing. And honestly,
There.
the way you're thank you. See, look at that. That's the
There, how's that?
slide. Look, see how that was a lawful.
I didn't know. I'm doing it for my safety because I'm not about to get shot by one of you.
Talking to you, and
I don't
that
care.
Conversation
I don't care.
deteriorated because right now you're up here, and I've been talking to you the entire time. Okay, that conversation had no weight whatsoever.
Hold on.
We were both at the same level. So now that I can bring it back down, if you calm down and listen
Well,
to me,
I'm not going to calm down until this gets away from me. He already pulled a gun on me and pointed at me.
Again, if I had the answers to that, I wasn't here. I apologize. I have no idea. But for right now,
He was considering using deadly force on me for my hand in my pocket. That would have been a hell of a news report, wouldn't
it
it?
would have also been a pretty bad news report if you pulled a pistol out of your pocket.
I wouldn't have pulled the pistol out. My intent was to go to record. That's what I got to camera in my hand for?
don't know that, so we have to ask you politely to remove your hands from your.
He didn't ask me politely.
Okay, well,
politely.
the next bad person that comes up.
He didn't ask me politely, and I don't have to.
Yes, you do.
No, I
It's a
don't.
lawful command.
Is it really?
Lawful command. That is all it is. Did you lose
All
any
right.
years on your life? You didn't lose any years on your life at all.
No, but I got threatened with a gun.
Because you didn't listen to the law.
I don't have to listen to it.
What's up, partner?
Hello.
How you doing?
How are you?
Let me do you a favor. You can video as much as you'd like. I'd love you to video. I got a good picture face. If I can get you up there on the sidewalk,
On the sidewalk?
that'd be great. Are you trying to back up?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll get you out.
All right.
Are you with him?
No.
Okay, sir. Again, can I get you on the sidewalk?
What can
Or
I
I'm
stand you?
gonna bust you for interfering. You got two
I'm
choices.
not interfering.
On the sidewalk, because this is part of a crime scene.
Don't touch me. Look at
It's
this.
part of the crime scene.
What's your name?
Skinner.
D
Okay.
Skinner.
I'm asking you to get to the sidewalk. You
Badge
can video
number
as much as you want.
2240.
Okay.
Tyrant.
Don't
right
leave the
here.
sidewalk. All right.
Tyrant.
I'm a tyrant.
You're a
Thank
tyrant.
You. Let me get you out.
Get to work, sir. You're a public servant. Don't
Yes,
be telling
sir.
me
I'm
what to
serving
do.
You.
Don't tell me what to do, sir. Get to work. Stop violating people. Seven 109 Can I request a supervisor?
No.
I-
Call. Hang up your telephone. Give him a call.
That's your job. You need to get that supervisor out here, sir.
Give him a call.
You need to get that supervisor out here. Are you refusing?
Again, I explained to you once before. This is the deal. You're encroaching upon my area here.
No, I'm not. You came up to me and touched me, sir.
This sidewalk.
I need
I'm
a
about to put you in
supervisor.
handcuffs.
You
I'm about to
touched
touch
me.
you. Okay.
You
This
touched
is the
me.
deal.
Stop
This is the
touching
deal.
me.
This is the deal.
Why are you touching me?
That's private.
Private where?
That is, you need to go that way.
Relax.
Private.
Yeah, but I'm not outside.
You need to go this way. You're way past the area where you need to go.
Where is it? How do I know that?
Sir, you need to go right there.
How do I know that?
I'm telling you right now.
You should have a sign.
I'm telling you right now. Just stand over there. This is private.
Where? I've been here 100 times.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
What's your name and badge number?
Giving you a
Let's
love
go.
order, 453.
So if I don't go over
Let's
there,
go.
I
Let's
give you
go.
my badge
Let's go.
number, sir. I'm
Let's
asking
go.
you kindly.
Pay
Oh, yeah.
attention to him. Why don't you pay attention to him?
is that good?
Pass that way.
Is that good?
Pass that way.
I'm over here.
You're asking me. I'm telling you. Go that way.
I'm right here waiting for the public records.
You're not
request.
waiting for anything.
What's your attitude?
You're not waiting for anything.
What's your? I'm waiting for public records. I'm in line.
Your request? Where's your request? Okay, and that's good enough. That's what I need to know. Get in the line.
Just wait a
I don't do
minute.
favors.
Don't go back there,
I don't do
okay?
favors.
We're not telling you to do that.
She just asked me for any favor, and you're asking him declining. You get your attitude. All
You
of
need
you.
to stand over there.
I'm standing right here.
I need you to be in the line.
What line?
That's the line
I'm in
right
line. I'm right here. Not. Give me a supervisor.
Sure?
You want to play this game?
Sure? I'll get you supervisor.
Your attitude sucks. What's your name and badge number?
You can say my name, right?
What's your name and badge
My
number?
name?
What's your badge number?
4212.
What's your badge number?
4212.
All right. Have a nice day.
You too?
All right. I know.
316.
I've been over here 100 times. All the time I walk through here. What are you guys hiding? You guys are hiding something over here? Nah. They want to bust directives. They want to bust directives. I didn't do nothing wrong, bro.
Listen, are you in the line or not? Yeah. Okay, stand your hands full up. I'm in the line. What you talking about, lady? Why did you block the highway?
He's saying he's here for a public request, so we're telling you to I don't understand.
Yeah,
what he
don't tell me what
wants.
to do. Don't tell me what to do. I'm in a public spot. Have a seat.
over there.
I'm not having a seat nowhere. You know,
Have a seat over there.
you know, mom. Have a seat where?
I've requested a supervisor. He requested a supervisor.
Yeah, I'm totally in a public space. So you guys can get back to work. You look like you're 17. You've probably been in the force for like, how long you been in the force?
Let me let him know.
You guys can boss the public around in a public area? You know how many times I've been here?
Yeah.
And this lady wants to bust directives and tell me to go sit down like she's my mama. Now I'm gonna walk because I want to walk. But I'm not having a seat. People are ridiculous in this piggy department. Hey, why don't you do me a favor? Call Mike Vega over here. Sorry? Call Mike Vega over here. He'll probably set her straight. He'll probably set her attitude straight because her attitude stinks, dude. I didn't do nothing wrong. I didn't do nothing wrong, dude. I'm in the public area up here. That's it. She's telling me to go sit down. You don't approach the public like that, especially on camera. You shouldn't do that. Who the lady thinks she is? Yeah, I'm gonna go sit down right now, dude. Look at me, I'm sitting down. Yeah, you guys gotta put a sign. I don't know that.
We can't because we have the city employees coming in and out. They don't have access.
So whatever you're gonna do and try to intimidate me in, it's not gonna happen. You can do what you gotta do. It's not gonna fly. This is a public space. So you guys, you can get back to work and you can kick some rocks. Huh? Crazy.
He actually was asking for.
Very stupid, dude. Very ridiculous. This is crazy, man. Crazy. They have a party here. Look at this party. The music is loud as hell. Whatever they do here is on them. This is on a weekday, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, right? And look, this is what they're doing over here at the station. It's a nightclub over here, a day club, I should say. And everything was all gravy and good until this Karen cop comes over here and tell me this is a restricted area. Yeah. So this is why, and you wonder why you call us agitators. So you guys deserve to get that. Straight up. I'm gonna have to put some music over this because the music is a little loud over here. This is the club. This is what you have here. Whatever they're having, that's fine, but I don't know, this is pretty wicked in here. I've never seen this in my life in a police station. We're paying for all this, though. We're paying for all this. We're paying for them to party. The supervisor's coming out, bro. It's not private. It's not private. Stop lying to him. It's not private, it's public. What's wrong with you? This is crazy, dude. Are you the supervisor, man? Crazy. Why are you doxing me? Why are you doxing me, punk? Why are you doxing me, punk? You're a punk. Punk. Only the douchebags are the ones that I treat like shit. You got cool, we cool, bro. Is this a public area? Be honest, because I've been here. But bro, I've been here 100 times, dude. This is a public area. No, I'm not going back there. I was right here. Look, I was right where she's standing, and they had a meltdown. Tell me this is all private. What's wrong with that?
This is records. This is where I did the records.
I know, but this is a public space, though. Isn't it public or not? It's a public space. I can go over there and talk in that window. That's it. I don't understand that. This is what all this is about, bro. Petty shit, dude. And then she gave me a lawful order. She gave me a lawful order to move from a public space. You don't have no law to back that up, girl. That's crazy, man. So I don't know what the hell this. I don't even know the supervisor's coming. These people are guarding that corner like they're hiding like a bunch of kilos back there or something. It's just crazy. What was that?
The supervisor wants to ask you,
okay,
why do you need to speak to
what's your name? What's your name?
Go sleep.
What? Okay, badge number? Real quick.
1502.
Okay.
I'm the one that helped
Can I ask
you
you a
out
question?
last
Yeah,
time.
no, come here.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question real quick? You see that? All this, you see where they're standing? Is that a public area or private?
That the only thing I know, people can go to work area, but once you pass here, you have to be an employee.
No. But I'm not going outside.
Yeah, you cannot go there.
Yeah,
you cannot go
why
there.
don't you have a sign? This is why I'm doing it, because the lady over here...
Question. This supervisor wants to know what do you need to speak to.
Because she gave me a lawful order to move from a public space. And over here, I don't want to... Tell them to come over here.
This story is a reminder. Rights mean nothing if you don't know them, and everything if you do. The camera didn't provoke violence. Ignorance and ego did. If being questioned makes a cop reach for a gun, we don't need more power, we need more accountability. Stay informed, stay respectful, but above all, stay unafraid.
Some people who record and do this.
I'm familiar with First Amendment orders.
Okay, great. So some people who do that, they don't want to answer any questions.
Sure.
I'm not like that. No. I'm an independent journalist.
And
I'm
so
telling you what I'm doing.
In the spirit.
Great. I don't.
Y'all good?
That's why I've said, why are you in my yard without a warrant or cause?
Did you not listen?
Does that give you right to come on private?
That's an unsecured gate? I can check out. Yes, sir.
So you could come through an
Stay away from my vehicle.
He's a disgrace.
Sir, stay away from my vehicle.
We're trying to see if you have... Sir, we're just trying to see what you got in there.
What happens when a citizen, armed with nothing but a camera and the Constitution, walks into a public space and refuses to bow down? In a world where authority often expects blind compliance, one man flips the script. No badge, no backup, just bold questions and a refusal to show ID unless the law demands it. What follows is part absurd comedy, part sobering reality, and a full-on test of who really knows the rules.
That you took an oath to. I'm also doing some public records requests while I'm here, but apparently they're trying to remove me from the building, telling me that because I'm recording, which is a First Amendment protected activity, because I'm recording, they don't want me in the building, which I find very ironic because there's a lot of cameras in this building already. But I'm just want to continue about my business and be done and move on with my day, sir.
Can we even out the... just so I know who I'm talking to, do you have your ID on you?
Oh, I don't provide ID unless I've committed a crime, sir. Sir, in the state of Maryland, I don't have to provide you with my ID.
You don't have to provide me with your ID, but you do have to identify yourself while you conduct
unless,
the
what crime do you suspect me of committing?
I am investigating a trespassing call, sir. A call to 911.
You're investigating a trespassing call.
You can double talk all you want, sir. I need your
I'm
first
not double
name, your
talking.
middle name, your last name, and date of birth.
I'm not double talking. I would prefer to just leave and not give you any information.
Okay.
But under threat of arrest. So if I don't give you if I stay in this building,
I'm conducting the investigation.
Are you going to arrest
Stop
me?
talking.
Are
Listen,
you?
I'm
Sir, I can talk whenever I want.
You are in a government building creating a disturbance.
No, I'm not.
I have just
You are,
advised
sir.
you.
Calm
that you're
down.
creating
You
a
are.
disturbance. So you have a choice. You can provide me the information and we can go back to having a general conversation, or you can do as you just said, exit. Because then, if you do not exit, I'm going to give you one opportunity to exit, and then you may end up being under arrest.
I understand. So,
I need to know who I'm talking to.
Yeah, but sir, I'm not committing any crimes. That's what I'm telling you.
Sir, I'm telling. That's not for you to determine. That's for me to determine.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you don't want to provide me with your contact information, and they tell me that they don't want you in the building,
then what would happen? Then I would leave,
I would
correct?
ask you to leave.
But you wouldn't get my. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do, because you're not gonna get my name.
Okay.
So you can go.
I've already been told that they want you trespassed from the building.
Okay, so they want me trespassed from the building.
They
okay,
want
great.
you to leave.
Great, no problem.
Disturbance.
Violating constitutional rights of freedom of press, sir. Can I ask for your supervisor, please?
It's right there, actually.
Great. So I'll go talk to him. Maybe we can have a more reasonable conversation, sir. I'm a journalist. I'm just taking some pictures and videos in the publicly accessible areas. I'm not disturbing anybody. I'm not even talking to anybody. Also, I wanted to do, for my story, a public information request from the Maryland PIA Act. So, they're making a big deal about the camera, not because of my behavior, just the camera, and which, listen, I can understand, but as law enforcement officers, I'm not breaking the law. He's demanding ID. Your sergeant over here is demanding ID, or I'll be arrested, even though I haven't broken any laws. So I'm just trying to conduct my business here. Me holding a camera, what's your title?
Lieutenant.
Lieutenant. Me holding a camera, Lieutenant, doesn't really change anything. If I came in here with some spy glasses, right, and I conducted my business.
If you were doing something surreptitious.
Yeah.
You're being open.
I'm being open. So, but if I came with glasses, you would never know, and then I'd get all my recording anyway. But because I'm being open and I'm telling you I'm an independent journalist, I just want to conduct my business.
You are correct. You do have the right to it's a public building.
Yeah.
You're trying to create and try to get an understanding of what does the process look.
Exactly.
And
And the document of the building. Publicly accessible areas only. I'm not going into restricted areas.
No, I respect that.
That's it.
Maryland is a two-party state.
Yeah.
So if you're recording the other person, now I do not have a reasonable, you can record me during the course of my business, and as long as you don't interfere with me, my performance, or create a safety risk, you're free to record.
Yeah.
Private citizens are something completely different.
And I completely understand
therefore,
that.
If somebody asserts, or thereby the person who's building this asserts that they do not want the recording of, they don't want to be recorded, then you have to stop recording.
Yeah. Well, the Maryland law you're referring to.
It's a two-party consent.
Audio, and it's not like it applies. That it's more for phone calls, recording phone calls. It's not
any electronic means. For example, there are public buildings where it's prohibited by law to record, even though it's a public building. An example
is
would
this
be
one
the
of those
courthouse.
buildings? Yeah, exactly. A courthouse I could understand.
No, but that would be an exception to that law. So they're adding to it.
There's cameras inside of this building.
But here's what
that's
the
recording
issue is.
everybody.
It is notified that you are being recorded on this premise.
Yeah, and anybody who comes up to me and I say, "Hey, I'm an independent journalist. I am recording. Are you recording?" And then they can walk away,
so
sir.
How about what I think?
I'm not forcing people to talk to me and communicate with me. You see what I'm saying?
You clearly have educated yourself to some extent as to how to operate, because out of concern, you don't want to create a circumstance.
Exactly,
right?
and that's why some people who record and do
I
do these.
understand. I'm familiar with First Amendment audit.
Okay, great. So some people who do that, they don't want to answer any questions.
Sure.
I'm not like that. I'm an independent journalist.
And
I'm
so
telling you what I'm doing.
in the spirit of that independent journalism, and if you're going after the most truthful circumstance, you would want people to be interacting with you to demonstrate and further explain, so that your information that you're recording and what you're attempting to do could be the most informative as possible, right?
Yeah.
Because journalism is the pursuit of truth, not changing the facts to fit a narrative,
Yeah.
right?
Well,
So what
I'm not doing that at all.
I'm not asserting. What I'm saying is under the pretext of that truth, I would ask that you look to an alternative means to communicate with the PA. I can get you a point of contact.
I'm trying to communicate with. I was speaking with Virginia from the executive's office.
Okay.
I'm trying.
And so let me do this. Doing that without a camera in somebody's face.
Yeah.
I'm used to it. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
But it bothers these people.
Yeah.
And it bothers them.
But
because
they need to understand. They need to understand.
understand.
And this is another educational thing, sir. They need to understand that they have no expectation of privacy in public. There is no expectation of privacy in public. Especially, I'm not going into.
I'm not an attorney unless you can show me that you are not either.
Okay,
so
great.
What I'm saying to you is, we have a county attorney who is a bar certified attorney, and right, wrong, or indifferent, I'm a law enforcement officer.
Yeah, you enforce laws.
I enforce laws,
not feelings,
and I interpret the application of law by not allowing yourself to be identified in the circumstance of what we're.
That's my Fourth Amendment right, not to be able to have unreasonable search and seizure.
Is protection of nobody's attempting
to seize my identity.
That's
not.
No,
yes,
that's
it is.
an improper application.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's
I don't
to
seize
seize
your identity.
You seize a driver's license. Yeah, that would be a violation of my Fourth Amendment.
No, the Maryland driver's license. The driver's license itself. Okay, give me a minute.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. I would just like to conduct my business, if at all possible, and exercise my constitutional right.
Why wouldn't you just wear something that says press so that
But,
they know who you are?
sir, I mean, what does that even matter? If I put a press sticker on, sir, be reasonable. If I still put a press sticker, would that make it better?
So I've got some clarification, as I said, indicated earlier. I want
How you doing,
to
sir?
be able to successfully. I want you to be able to successfully do what it is that you're wanting to do and exercise your constitutional right. So
I'd appreciate
that. You are
that.
authorized to come in here. You're authorized to video record, not audio, but you can video record actions down here in any unrestricted area that is accessible down here. As far as going into offices and private workspaces and different things like that, you're not going to be able to do that, but you're able to go ahead down here. I don't need your ID. You can go ahead and finish doing what you have to do down here on the first level of this building, and then hopefully you have a successful.
Could you hopefully, I mean, it sounds like it's going to be successful because I'm not going away in cuffs and you haven't violated my rights. So that's a success for me. That's a success for me, believe it or not. So who do I speak to, and so I don't have to wander the building and speak to everybody for the PIA? Who would I speak to for
You
regarding
mean
that?
for when you say PI?
Public information to make
a
a Public Information Act request.
I'll get you that name.
Yeah, because I just want to go.
Name and number.
I just want to, but I would like to go see them and fill it out. That's my whole. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's what I wanted to do. Thank you, sir.
And just for future reference, right, you have a good understanding of your constitutional right to be able to do so. I would say that you're misinformed as it relates to the Fourth Amendment and as it relates to a driver's license. That driver's license is not yours.
Yeah.
It's actually property of Maryland.
It's not the actual driver's license. I'm saying maybe let's both do research at the end of this.
I know my end.
I'm saying to see why can't you exactly? So why can't you demand me to provide you my ID, to provide you my name? Why can't you demand that?
Right now?
Yeah. Why couldn't you?
Because I don't have a criminal act or something along those lines that's being conducted. I have a right to ask.
Yes, of course you do.
But if you choose to tell me that you don't want to identify me, then identify yourself. That's fine.
Now,
then
what violation?
One
more thing. So what if you told me, sir, if you don't provide me with your name and date of birth, I'm going to arrest you, and I give it to you, right? You just said you couldn't, but let's just say, because it's happened to me before, let's just say that happened.
I'm not going to.
I'm just saying, but what would that be a violation of? But I'm telling you, look at the case law. That would be a violation of my Fourth Amendment. If you forced me under threat of arrest to identify myself, that would be a violation.
By virtue of me telling you that, I've prevented your free passage. So based on the fact that you're determined as to whether or not I have probable cause to do so, I cannot answer that question. It would be a totality of circumstances.
Okay.
So there could be something else.
Yeah.
Right. We received a report of a trespass. We did not receive a report of an individual who was engaged in a First Amendment type activity. We
Correct.
received a report of a trespass.
Correct.
Once we come in under that pretext, we now have an allegation of a criminal act.
Correct.
Once that allegation occurs, then the law states that we do have mechanism to determine.
If you suspect, if you have reasonable suspicion of a crime, correct.
So based off
If you didn't want to tell me who you were, then I was going to keep you out.
Thank you, Major.
This is the form you fill out.
Okay.
You can turn it in to the lady here.
Thank you, Major. I appreciate that.
Most of the time, they're not done in person; they're done online or other ways.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
We don't have the forms down here on a regular basis.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. No, I just like to do it in person just to document the process because I'm for transparency for the government. So that's.
And so are we. I mean, again, there's nobody more transparent than law enforcement. Everything we do is audio, video, and it's on.
You guys should be getting body cameras soon, right?
By 2025. And based off what you're telling me, okay, I get where you're at. If we wanted to, we could go back, communicate with that individual, gather her information, and it's a misdemeanor that didn't occur in our presence, we could take a charge in the district court out for trespass at that point, based off that fact. But based off the totality and the investigation that's been completed, we don't see a reason to do that. So therefore, at this point, there's no reason to identify. You're going to complete the form, which requires you to identify yourself to them and specifically what you're asking for. And at the end of the day, we're in the same place that we were before. We have an allegation of a criminal trespass. We've determined that it's not that. We're getting ready to go about our business, and you've got the end of your
go about my business, and we're done.
Is there anything else that we could do to help you?
No, thank you, Major Stanko. Stanko, thank you, Major.
Most people don't pronounce it.
Stanko. Okay.
So is there anything else that we can do?
No, I don't need any help from you. Thank you.
Okay.
I appreciate it, Lieutenant. Thank you. You have a good one.
Oh, we're great. You have a warrant or a reason to be on private property? Okay, well, I'm just saying, we've had problems with being bullied here in our yard and officers coming.
Have I bullied you?
Have
I ever bullied you? Have I ever even talked to you?
It doesn't matter. I'm just neither did the ones that came in my yard and bullied me. They've never met me before either.
Okay. Well,
okay.
Have I bullied you?
I didn't say you did. I said the officers that have been coming through my gate without a warrant have been bullying me in my yard.
Okay.
Whether I've met them or not.
Okay. Well,
you're a police officer. You're in my yard.
Okay, when I come over here, so I'm checking you. Y'all all right?
We're great.
Y'all good?
That's why I've said, why are you in my yard without a warrant or cause?
Did you not listen?
Does that give you right to come on private?
It's an unsecured gate. I can check on. Yes, sir.
So you could come through an unsecured gate without a warrant. You could come on private property without a warrant, just because you want to. I'm just asking. That's what you're telling me.
Your question is, if it's unsecured property, I'm making sure that everything is all right. Okay.
I don't think so. No.
Think so? Okay.
Unsecured, that's a closed gate.
No, sir, it wasn't.
That still doesn't matter. It's still private property. You know the property line.
Yes, sir, I do. It was an unsecured gate.
But nobody requested your presence here. So you came through without a warrant or request or permission.
All right.
It doesn't matter.
Ladies and gentlemen. Police. It's the police. It's the police. Oh, hello. It's the police.
We're looking for somebody, sir.
Who are you looking for?
We know he's in here, Chad Pelly.
Okay, let me see some IDs.
IDs?
Yeah, let me see some IDs.
For what, Buster?
Just doing my job.
Oh.
Doing my job. Got some IDs?
I got to tell you something, sir.
Yeah.
I'm Hornus.
You're what?
Hornus.
Hornus? What's that mean?
That means I'm top tier. I'm the best in business, sir.
Okay.
No idea.
That guy right there, local snitch.
Local snitch?
Yes, sir.
No idea. T-shirt.
That's Milton.
Where's your vehicle at?
Capital M
I-L-T-O-N.
What's that mean?
Milton.
That spells Milton, sir.
Emir?
M-I-L-T-O-N?
Yeah.
Emir?
Okay.
He's my pal.
It's middle and mirror.
So what are we filming for?
Well, I just told you, sir.
Yeah.
We're looking for Chad. Chad
Chad?
Pelly.
He
He's a
does
PDF.
A PDF?
Yep.
What's he do?
We believe he's getting loans through this bank right here, sir.
Okay.
And you know what he's doing with those loans?
Okay.
Potential nefarious things with them.
Really?
And he's a PDF.
Okay.
So we're here to find him. And we believe this bank is supplying him loans.
Okay.
We need to get him on camera. We need to record this.
Okay.
And we believe that guy over there, he's a snitch.
He's a snitch. He's a bank guy.
Look at him. He's snitched.
He's just watching the bank.
Yeah, and we're watching the
See some
bank
IDs.
too. We can't do that, sir.
Why can't you?
I'm Hornus.
You are?
Yeah. He's
You got an
fingering.
ID, buddy?
He can't talk.
You got an ID?
Hey, he can't talk, pal.
Talk. Why can't he talk?
Because maybe an NDA.
Oh, all right. What's an NDA?
You don't know what an NDA is? I can't tell you. I'm under an NDA.
Okay. No contact order?
No.
Oh.
A Hornus order.
Harness order?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Where's your vehicle at?
I can't tell you.
Can't tell us that either?
No.
Okay. Okay.
I accidentally drove outside on your block where you live.
Where's my block?
I can't tell you. NDA.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
The neighbor's keeping track, you know.
Okay. Okay. Where do you guys live?
Well, I'm moving here tomorrow, sir.
You're moving here tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay.
They call me Billy.
They call you Billy?
Yeah.
Really?
They call me Billy.
Uh-huh.
I'm just Hornus, sir. I'm just trying to investigate.
Okay.
And there's some snitchery going on in this bank. We know they're involved with Chad Pelly, sir.
Chad Pelly.
Yep.
Chad Pelly.
He's a disgrace.
Stay away from my vehicle.
He's a disgrace.
Hey, sir, stay away from my vehicle.
We're trying to see if you have... Sir, we're just trying to see what you got in there.
Don't play your game with me, buddy.
Hey, pal, you calm down, Buster.
Did I call you? I ain't playing games. If I was playing games, I would have called you.
Hey, you look here, listen, pal. I'm in charge here.
I'm a local cop.
I'm in charge here,
You
Buster.
Are?
Yeah.
You are?
You look at me. I look tough. Look at me. That's Milton. And I'll tell you what. I'm the new guy in charge in town.
You are?
Yes.
Okay.
So
where are you moving from?
Mississippi. M-I-S-S-I-S-S-I-P-P-I.
How'd you get here?
I got legs, sir.
You
Ever
got
heard
legs?
about
You're gonna
running?
walk the whole way?
I ran because I'm tough. I'm a marathon runner.
Okay.
I've been doing this ever since I left middle school. I've been training all my life. That's a nerdy ringtone, sir. Now, what the hell is he on the phone with? You better not be Chad Pelly, sir. It better not be Chad Pelly on that phone, sir. Local Buster. Local Buster. Yep.
Small magazine.
Small mag, small mag. Small mag. You better not tase me with that, sir. I'm immune.
Yeah, is this Doug?
That's Douglas. He knows all about Chad. Ask him. He knows who Chad Pelly is. That local banker right there, the snitch. He could be involved with Chad Pelly. He looks like one.
We got some.
Hey, get off the cellular device, sir. I'm doing an investigation.
Sir, we'll see what we can do here.
It's a plug.
For safety? Yeah.
For safety? Yep, you got to get out the roadway, sir. You don't want to get ran over. You'll turn into
I don't
roadkill.
think they'd run me over, would
They just might. You never know. You putting all your faith in them? I don't know. Maybe you is.
I don't know.
I'm just horned, sir.
You just never know.
Yes. Where's Chad Pelly?
Chad Pelly don't live in this town because I've been here for 21 years.
Well, you look like somebody that would be protecting a certain Chad Pelly,
I don't
sir.
even know a Chad Pelly.
That's what they all say.
Yeah.
The ones that wear the costume, they all say they don't know Chad Pelly. But we all know for a fact, you guys are all involved with Chad Pelly, aren't you, pal?
Chad Pelly, I don't even know him.
Local developer? Ring a bell?
Yep.
He's been developing buildings, hundreds of millions of dollars,
Really?
taxpayers' monies.
Really?
And you know what he does? He does things, apparently, allegedly, with 15-year-old children.
Really?
Ring a bell? Are you involved with that, sir?
Not in this town. Not in this town.
Oh,
This guy's never been arrested. He doesn't even
So
live
you've
here.
been to Marion. You know Mike Cuckmiller?
No.
Police Chief Mike Cuckmiller.
Where's he from?
Marion.
Marion?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I know that guy. You don't like that guy?
No. Chad Pelly, they're best friends.
Okay.
He's ex-FBI.
Is he?
Yep.
Okay. I just know him. I don't know the guy.
How do you know him?
Through my job.
That's weird.
Yep, that is.
Human trafficking ring a bell, sir?
Yeah, we know what human trafficking is.
Guilty.
Thank you.
That's not a good thing, sir. That's not a good thing. So where's Chad Pelly? Because you're protecting him.
I have no idea.
I know the banker's protecting him, and I know you are as well, sir. This is inappropriate behavior.
Well, I just suggest you leave the area now.
No,
They won't produce any ID.
I'm not leaving nowhere, Buster.
Well, if you don't, then you'll be arrested.
Arrest me then.
Yeah, you'll be arrested.
No balls, you won't do it.
I'm not going to play the game.
Let's play some games.
What are you going to play the game for?
Let's do it. Come on, Buster. I'm going to make you eat those words, sister.
He's going to tell you we can be here.
Yeah, you're going to look stupid, even dumber than you look with your buck teeth, pal. You won't arrest me, Buster.
That guy's last name sheriff.
Some snitchery is going on here, folks. Snitch. Trying to arrest me. No balls, you won't do it. Huh.
He's going to be straight as a
Yep,
razor,
look at
man.
that snitch. Snitching is going on in this neighborhood. He knows Mike Cuckmiller. Yeah, let me talk to you. Let me use my hands on you. This son of a gun, he's protecting Chad Pelly. We know all about you, sir. We know all about you, sir.
Get back in there.
Yeah, get back in there, you snitch. You son of a gun, you. Inappropriate behavior.
What's your name?
Oh, what the hell? Bucktooth Chief, you son of a...
Were we on detained? Because earlier you just detained. I didn't detain you. Yeah, you said wait right there. So I told him.
Bad boy, bad boy.
Take care.
Sir, I thought you were going to arrest me. I thought you were going to arrest me, sir. That's embarrassing. Nerd alert, nerd alert.
Hi, Felicia.
Oh, the drive of nerd, gentlemen.
Watch when you pull out.
Yeah, pull out.
We don't want you to get into a wreck.
The drive of nerd, ladies and
Get those
gentlemen.
lights turned on.
The drive of nerd. Get the hell out of here.
This story isn't just about a refusal to show ID. It's about refusing to surrender your rights. When ego walks in wearing a badge, the Constitution is your armor. In America, rights aren't a favor, they're the foundation. So next time someone demands your compliance without cause, remember, knowing the law doesn't make you difficult. It makes you free.